Oh, my phone is just silly this morning. Okay, now I'll wait for Janet to come back and see if you guys can hear me. Because that did not go very well. All right, gotta check out my screenshot here too. Pretty much just right in the middle of my desk today. Okay, hopefully this is going to be better. I also just need a minute here to pull this back up. It would be really nice if I had a place to just leave everything set up so I didn't have to try to figure it out every morning when I want to do this. Okay, let's see. Yay, you can hear me. Hey, Jojo Bananas. Hey, Janet. Thanks for coming back. Okay, so I'm just trying to get it pulled up on my screen now so I can read your comments while I'm working. We have a Family Dollar Tree in our town that is closing because I guess the two companies have split. So they've been having everything like 30% off. Now it's 50% off. So I am going to a conference here in a couple of weeks. Hey, Irish. Good morning. Good morning. And I wanted to make some little things to take and give out at the conference. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm making for that. It's like, why? Why, YouTube, will you not show me my own video so I can read the comments? One moment. Oh, there I am. Okay. Oh, there I am. Okay. All right, now I have my sound. I sound horrible today. My allergies are killing me. Springtime where I live is always interesting for allergies. But okay, so anyway, these are a really heavy chipboard, and they have all of these cute little notes. So they've got little like Post-it notes here and Post-it notes. All of these little things are Post-it notes. And since they're closing that store, everything was 30% off. So they were like 90 cents or something. And I got all they had because I'm traveling with, there'll be 5 of us. And then a bunch of my seminary sisters will be there. So I wanted to have little gifts for people. All right. So, and how these do is they just fold over like this. And then they're this cute little thing, but they don't stay shut. They just pop open. So I definitely wanted to keep them shut. So I cut ribbon. And I'm going to show you what I did with the ribbon here. I'm going to make this long so it's easier to see. And I'm going to put my ribbon on here. But I only want it on 2 pieces so that I can still close it. So I'm going to use my heavy duty tape runner here. I'm going to just put tape on there on those 2 sections. And if I even this out, then I still have plenty to tie. And so the event we're going to is called Kerygma. And this is the little symbol for Kerygma. It's a Greek word, and I think it means like, I don't know, study or learning or something. But anyway, it's a women's Bible conference. And so I did the Kerygma thing, and I'm going to use this really good adhesive on it too, because I want these to stay together. And I didn't put a year on it because Kerygma is something that happens every year. And so I figured that way, if you didn't use it one year, you could keep using it. And how I got the little symbol is I downloaded it from the internet, put it in my Silhouette Design Studio software, and then, yeah, just had it cut out the circles, had it cut out. And so this is how it's going to look on the front. It's just going to look like that, and it's just so cute. But then I wanted to cover the back because I wanted to cover this. So I cut out a little piece of matching cardstock. Oh, my tape runner. My tape runner has an issue. Well, this is how you fix your big tape gun if you have an issue. Sometimes the it'll get caught on itself. So like this one, it just broke. And on this thing, the excess goes over here. So just take this off. If you like a tape runner, this is absolutely the cheapest tape runner by, I don't know, inch, yard, feet. However you measure, this is the cheapest. Some people don't like it because it's so big and it's kind of a hassle. But I like it because it's really strong and it's very inexpensive. And if you have this and you're like, I don't like this thing, it gives you directions right here. It has to go over the top roller, under the other roller. But I'm looking at, yeah, okay. So I gotta go over, under, over. And then if you squeeze the handle, you can pull this thing. Because you have to have a little bit of a leader here to... Didn't expect this to be a tutorial on how to use your tape gun, but here we go. Because that's real life. Your tape gun breaks in the middle of what you're doing. And then you just pull that taut, wrap this around. I've had this thing for years and it's a workhorse. I actually have two. I have a red one and I have this pink one. Because I remember at the time the pink one was new and it was pretty. So, okay, there we go. We're back in business. Sorry, that was probably pretty loud. Bargain. Yeah, it is. I don't remember, but I think one time I figured it out and I could buy, I don't know, it was probably like 7 or 8 of the smaller ones for the price of one. No, one refill is the same length as 7 or 8 of those small ones. But of course the price was about 10 times as much. Because I can get a whole roll of that for around $3, I think. All right, so just cover the back. And then I left my ribbons because the purpose of the ribbon is to tie this shut because it's crazy and it won't stay shut by itself. And they have different designs of this. They had some with like balloon pop-up party animals. Very fancy, thank you. And but I just wanted it to be kind of generic so that they could use it for whatever. This is it's such a fun thing. I've gone for 3 years. Oh, this will be my 3rd year. And so this is the first year I'm taking people with me. The first year I went, I didn't know anybody. I didn't go with anybody. I just went by myself. And then last year I went and met all the girls who were in my cohort. There are 12 of us in the cohort and I think 11 of us were there. So that was super fun. That was the first time we all met in person. And then I'm putting them in these little plastic baggies so that I can have them in my bag to hand out and they won't be getting dirty or things untied. And these are just clear envelopes. So, ta-da! So you can buy something, you know, that looks really cheap at the dollar store and just add a few things and make it your own. I like to do that with the 3x3 Post-it notepads too. I did these one other time. Yeah, exactly. Easy to carry. That's funny. And I just do it with Post-it notes and cover a little piece of chipboard and then stick something pretty on the front. Because I don't know what it is. I love Post-it notes. You guys love Post-it notes? Yeah. I'm just like, I don't know. Something about a Post-it note is good. And I get these other ones that are clear, like kind of a translucent color. And then you use those on the sides of your notebooks, like for tabs. And I get those in all different colors from Temu and from Amazon and stuff. I love those little posty things. And I seriously should be working on schoolwork today because yesterday my daughter called and she really wanted to go do something. And if you know much about my daughter, she has a lot of health issues and she was having a really good day yesterday. She's like, I want to go do something. I'm like, well then let's go do it. So we drove around and we went to a state park near us. Did a little, I would say hiking, but that's not really what we did. We did a little walking around on the trails, met some nice people, had good conversation about our shoes, which was kind of funny. This guy's like, hey, do you like your shoes? I'm like, I'm wearing them hiking, so probably I like my shoes, but I wear, they're called 5-finger shoes. They're completely flat. There's nothing inside, no support or anything. And so you get good ground feel. And it's the kind of shoes I've worn for 15 years. I think they're kind of coming back in style. Well, I don't think they were ever stylish. But coming back in popularity just because they're good for your feet. And that's what I was wearing. And he was asking about my shoes. And then my daughter had the Xero brand of shoes. I think it's Xero, because she also likes a barefoot feel. So it was just kind of funny. They stopped us to talk about our shoes. Oh, I missed my adhesive on that one. That's not good. We don't want a sticky notebook. There we go. I think we got it. Good morning. Good morning. Hey there, Sandy. Crafty Visage. I can never remember your real name. I think it's I think you told me Michelle, but if I'm wrong, you can tell me. Now, y'all, we had to do an assignment for one of our classes yesterday. I got too much adhesive here. And the assignment was to talk about someone in your life who shows wisdom. And you know, that's kind of hard when they're wanting you to like choose one person in your life who shows wisdom. And I chose Miss Sandy McKenna, who shows wisdom in my life. I said, I've learned so much from Sandy this year about how to be a good friend and how to be kind without being I don't know, I don't want to say a pushover, but like, you know, staying out of drama. Sandy's Switzerland. If you've never had the chance to talk to Sandy, she's Switzerland. And I was just like, I need more of that in my life. I need more people to encourage me to be Switzerland. So Sandy, you were the topic of my voice thread this week. You were my example of how to be wise in friendships. And I appreciate you, and I wanted you to know that this morning. And everybody's getting ready to go traveling. All that. Natalie and all them are going to Hawaii. Sandy's going traveling. I'm going all the way to Nashville. Woohoo. Okay, that's really not a big travel trip, but it is going to be fun. Aw, thanks, Sandy. You know, I made the best connections last summer at Tony's Celebration of Life. I really did. It's when I met Sandy and Cheryl and, of course, Natalie in real life, but just some real, genuine friends that I needed at this point in my life. I said, we homeschooled our kids, and when you homeschool your kids, well, probably, I don't know, maybe public school kids, you feel the same, but like my friends were the parents of my children's friends for all of those years. And our son graduated last year. So now I don't homeschool. And it's funny, you know, the few people that you keep from a community like that are your genuine friends. And then the rest, you're like, oh yeah, we were just like friends because we were in the same places at the same times. So being able to go out on my own and make my own friends has been amazing this year. Oh, your dad used to call you Frank, Arkansas? Yeah, I don't know. It's been a year, and just, you know, the reminder of like, hey, you don't have to get drug into this, and you can be kind to people without, you know, being their friend. You can be acquaintances to people. And it's like, oh, that's a good reminder. Not everybody has to be my friend, because some people, yeah, aren't good friends. They take more than they give. And I work really hard at being a good friend, because I think it's important, especially when you're, you know, later in life. It seems like when you're young, you make a lot of friends, but then when you're older, maybe it's because we're more discerning at this point, where we're like, yeah, I don't think you would be a good friend. I don't know. Okay, so that's how this goes. It's really quick and easy. And even if like you're like, well, I don't have a machine, I don't have an event, you can do this. You can just buy the stickers in the next row at the Dollar Tree. They have ribbon, they have these little books, and just, you know, make something cute. Like if you were doing a kid's birthday party or something, they have the cutest kids stickers. Like these. Like that would be so cute, like as a little favor on the tables, you know, like some little notebook things. Or even, you know, they always have these little 2-year planners. If you just take this and you cover it with a piece of paper and put something cute on it, Yeah, discernment is good. Friendship isn't about who you've known the longest. It's about who walked into your life, and I'm here for you. That exactly. I love that, Sandy. That is so true. And it's kind of crazy because the people I have that I would say that are my, have been my friends for a number of years, and that you could just call and be like, hey, I got a problem, drop everything. I have a few of those, but not a lot. But that's the kind of friend, that I strive to be. Now, if you call and say, I want to come over, in 3 days at this time, I'll be like, oh, ew. This is just because I hate to plan. I'm very unpredictable with my schedule. But if you call me spur of the moment and you need something, I'll drop everything. I'll be there. It was like when my mom died. Kim had been my best friend. Gosh, I don't know. I think Kim and I met like in 8th grade. And we were on the swim team and everything together. And we were just best friends all through high school and stuff. And, you grow up, you kind of get apart. Her kids are grown now. And she moved out of state. But when my mom was dying, my mom died really got sick while her and I were on vacation. And she died really suddenly. And I was at the hospital with my mom, and I called Kim, and I hadn't talked to her in months. It may have even been close to a year since I talked to her. And I just said, my mom is dying. And she said, I'll be there. I said, and that's just the kind of friends you need in life. So I'd rather have some good friends than a bunch of people that are only like, I don't know, not the best friends. Why I'm going on about friends, I don't know. Oh, that's right, because I was talking about Sandy and how she's wise, and she has taught me this year to be a better friend, I think. So that is it. It's just so simple to make these little things. And I had these other cards that I wanted to show this morning with this cool die. And Linda was here the other day, and I showed them to Linda. And now, for the life of me, I cannot figure out where I laid the cards or I laid the die. But I did clean up my office because Nancy said it looked like a tornado had hit. She was right. I also love Nancy because you never wonder what Nancy's saying. She'll just tell you. And I like people like that. We were video chatting, and I think she said something along the lines of, it looks like a tornado hit your room. I was like, yeah, it really does. So I was actually in the middle of cleaning it that day. And you know how sometimes when you're in the middle of cleaning the room, it looks way worse. I can't say that it looked worse, but it did look really bad. I still had stuff from like Valentine's projects out, and I just had to put them away. Oh, you were unschoolers? Oh my gosh, I was such an unschooler. Nancy is... Nancy the General. Nancy's the greatest. I love Nancy. Yep, I've learned a lot from Nancy this year too. Nancy's taught me a lot of new words and phrases this year that I didn't know what they meant. Sometimes I have to message her off to the side during a live stream. I'm like, what does that mean? Nancy, are you here? We're talking about it. She's probably out walking her dog this morning. But yeah, we were out talking about it. I gotta see what you guys are saying because I miss it. Let's see. Home educated my son from 11 to 16. Yep. Yep, we homeschooled too, and I was definitely more of an unschooler than a homeschooler. My daughter is a very visual auditory learner, and my son, he's a traditional learner. You give him a book, he's happy, he'll pick it up, he'll read it, he'll know everything in it. But my daughter, she better have an audio book and a video, and it was just really fun. Gosh, we had the best time homeschooling. I just have 2 kids. I have a stepson too, but we have 2 kids, and yeah, we did all the things. We had all the fun, and I said I definitely will not have that remorse that I know some parents have when their kids are grown and they're like, man, I wish I'd spent more time with my kids, because we did everything together. We had a blast. Good morning, K-Rad. You messaged Marcy. Nancy should be called Frank too. Oh, probably. K-Rad, did you get moved? I know you've been in the process of moving forever. I was wondering the other day, I was like, I wonder if you ever got moved. Got your boxes unpacked. I'm just showing these cute little notebooks from the Dollar Tree. You might have this near you, K-Rad, if you have some of those Family Dollar Tree combo stores. They're closing because I guess Dollar Tree owned Family Dollar and they sold them. And so now any stores that are both have to sell out. And then the one near me is going to reopen as a Mega Dollar store or Mega Dollar Tree, which I'm so excited about. But everything was 30% off. And yesterday it slipped down to 50% off everything. So I got these cute little like Posty Pad portfolios. And with the deal, I think I got them for like 80 or 90 cents. And so I'm going to a conference. So I'm making little gifts for people that are going to be at the little conference with me. Yeah, I didn't like the combo stores. Me too, Sandy. I love the Dollar Tree. So yeah, I'm super glad that it's going to be a mega store. So someday when I get Sandy and Cheryl to come visit me, I was hoping in the fall I could get them to come here. We'll definitely hit our Mega Dollar Tree because, I mean, that is a huge building that they're in now. And the lady said, no, it's all going to be Dollar Tree when we come back. I was like, wow. Like, I love watching, especially Vivian Tries. Have you guys ever seen Vivian Tries on on YouTube? She buys all this stuff. She buys from other places, but mostly she does Dollar Tree stuff, and then she rates it, and she gives them 1 to 5 Vivian heads on how good the products are. I love watching hers because then she tells you what's new. New at Dollar Tree this week. Or the deal guy. I love the deal guy too. But I didn't see either one of them talking about the stores closing and having this sale. So I'm going to finish these because if I don't, then I won't get them done. Vivian, Sandy, you and I just need to hang out and watch YouTube together one night. I love Vivian Tries. I love it so much. She's so funny. If you guys haven't watched it, you should definitely go watch her. And the deal guy. My kids are all the time imitating the deal guy. Like, what's that say? What does he say? I can't remember what his funny little catchphrase is that he says, but he's cute. And I love how he's always like eating Costco junk food from the back of his car. Just so you'll know how it tastes. I'm like, his wife's probably like, would you stop digging into the family food from the back of the car in the parking lot? Yeah. This one's giving me a little bit of a time. I don't know why. No telling what props Cheryl will come up with for her shorts. I know. So cute. Yeah. it's really not hard at all. K-Rad, I bought the things and I don't know why this one's giving me so much trouble. Yeah, I just bought them at the Dollar Tree, took off the funny plastic wrapping and got some ribbon, and I printed out my own little emblem for the event that I'm going to. It's like, when you go somewhere and you get merch, it's so cool. You're like, I want merch. And then I have, I don't know, I have so many bookmarks because whenever I have long strips of pretty paper left, I just make them into bookmarks because I have this really cool bookmark punch that does the edges. And I'm going to take a bunch of those with me. Basically, I'm going to walk around, and anybody that I see that, looks sad, looks extra happy, looks whatever, I don't know. I'm just going to give away things. I'm just going to give away things, make people smile. I like smiling. It's the best. 10, yeah, exactly. 10 new things that you need at Costco. But wait. Well, wait, there's more. And if you wait till the very end, it always makes me want to go to Costco or Sam's Club or wherever he's showing me things. I think what a funny job to walk around stores and make funny videos like that, but I do like him. I always wonder like that. Like when I'm watching other things, I'm like, do any of my other friends watch Vivian Tries? Well, now I know. I know Sandy does at least. That's too funny. Yeah, and she gets out her big piece of plastic so she can try things on her window or whatever she's using her big piece of plastic for that day. And that gets 0 Vivian hits. Like, oh, that's a bad product. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you should go watch her when I'm done. And my son Ben, he made the funniest short for Natalie. And she can't figure out how to get it uploaded from what he sent her to what she needs. So if she doesn't get it uploaded, I'm going to upload it to my channel because you guys have to see it. It's hilarious. I think I let Sandy see it. But it's too funny. The doll head in hand, yeah. That poor doll head that she gets out and she puts hair products in his hair. It's like, and then I wonder, like, did she go back and wash that thing's hair later or what? Megan Birch has shopping at Costco. Oh, I'll have to look for her. I like quirky ones like that. And it's so funny because I also love La Vida Loca. He does cruise videos. I watch him every day. And I've been on one cruise in my life. It was not my favorite thing, but I sure enjoy watching him. He is fun. And he always says, now I know my viewers are all longtime cruisers or something. I'm like, I'm not. I took on one cruise and it was okay, but it wasn't, I don't know. It wasn't all that for me. We went to Alaska on Holland America, and we had 2 little kids. You know, our kids were like, I don't know, like 9 and 11 or something. Holland America in March. Not a lot for kids to do, but we went with someone else, so that's why we did Holland America. And that was, I mean, it was okay. Alaska was beautiful. I loved Alaska, and I loved getting up really early on the cruise ship and sitting in front of the big window and watching the glaciers and stuff. That was fun because, of course, I was not only on East Coast time, but that's when I was still teaching in China. So I would get up at 4 a.m. East Coast time, well, in the middle of the night in Alaska. So I'd always get the good chair right in front of the big window. As soon as the sun came up, I was there. Heard so many people rave about the Dollar Tree store. Yay. Yeah, it is. You know, when they went from being the dollar store to the $1.25 for everything, the quality went up so much. And because I was like, oh, $1.25. But I was shocked at how much better the crafting supplies were when the price only went up a quarter. And they say stuff is going to go up again to $1.75. I don't know if that's true. They said like the aluminum, you know, the throwaway aluminum pans and stuff. I'm like, well, I don't buy that kind of stuff anyway. But I love the crafting stuff, obviously. Crafting and office supplies are my 2 things. And then, of course, like little stuff for the kids, like for the grandbaby, we did our glow-in-the-dark Easter egg hunt again this year. So I always buy all my glow sticks at the Dollar Tree. Okay, this is the last one of these. It went really fast. And I knew it would if I would just sit down and do them. But like I said yesterday, my daughter and I had to go out and have a fun day. We have some things near me that are like old train rails that they've turned into, well, we have lots of rails to trails, but these, they have turned the rails and they put some kind of cart on them, and then like you bicycle. So there's 4 people and then you ride your own rail bike. I think they're called rail bikes. And we were going to do that yesterday, but it was a 2-hour trip, and she's feeling better, but we weren't sure she would have that much energy. So we decided to go walking around instead. You watched that one too? Seriously, Sandy, I think we could just have some time of watching YouTube together. You know, I think it's really fun when you go to your friend's house and they like the same YouTube channels you do, and you're both okay with just like sitting there watching and making comments. I know the last time that we were doing that, and I was calling and messaging Sandy because the 3 of us were all watching the same YouTube channel and laughing, and so we needed extra comments for that one. But that's me. I'm a low-key friend. We can just hang out and watch YouTube. I don't need to be entertained. All right. So there we go. So 11 of these and ribbon and a couple little cutouts, and oh my goodness. Well, some of them are going to have purple on the back, but most of them are not because I forgot that I was putting purple on the back. But I don't care. I think it still looks really cute. I don't think not having the purple on the back is going to take away from anything. So there we go. Those are all finished. That was great. I'm so glad you guys were here too to hang out with me while I made all of my crafts. Yeah, the Dollar Tree is a great hunt. And sometimes I will watch an RLC Vivian or the Deal Guy or something, and I'll be like, oh my goodness, I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to get those. And then I get there and they're not there. Yeah, this is what I was doing. But actually, in retrospect, I kind of like it better without. So anyway, and they have, you know, ribbon and stuff. But I have so much ribbon from my years of being a crafting demonstrator that I don't really have to buy really. And I got this tiny little palette of pearlescent watercolors that I wanted to show, which is actually really funny, which is why I started cleaning up my craft room, because they're so beautiful. And I wanted to show these. But Abraham, this is for you. I knew Abraham would have a fit if I showed watercolors on cardstock. So as soon as I find my watercolor paper, I'm going to show you these because they're really pretty. This is it on regular paper. Abraham, look away. Look away, because you'll have a little you'll have a little fit if I'm doing it on regular paper. And I have tons of watercolor paper. I just don't know where it's at the moment. So that was actually why I had started cleaning up the mess the other day, was because I was looking for that. Okay, but I do have a few other things I can show you since I can't find the really cool die I wanted to show you. It's the one that's kind of like a mandala, and it was so pretty. It's here somewhere. Okay, so anyway, I have this one. And I have this one. And these are just some of my cheapy ones that I buy because I don't like to spend a lot of money on dies. Dies are expensive. So I'm going to cut a couple of these just for fun as soon as I find my other piece to my little die cut machine. Let's see. Abraham is funny, but he's very particular. That is one thing that really annoys him. He's always like, stop watercoloring on regular paper. Well, it could also be why my watercoloring is not that good. Because I watercolor on regular paper. Oops. Sorry. I think my coloring style is more of a cartoon coloring than pretty watercoloring. But this thing I think will be so cute with some cute pattern papers. So in all of my sorting the other day, I pulled out all of my pattern papers. Well, not all of my pattern papers. That's crazy. I'm going to look for one that looks a little party-ish to do for these ice cream cones. I thought something with sprinkles might be fun. And then it'll be time to make 4th of July cards. I make so many 4th of July cards. And my daughter always laughs at me. She's like, why? How many 4th of July cards do you send? I'm like, none. None, but they're so much fun to make. I give away a lot of cards. It's like, I'll make them and give them away. And somebody else can figure out what to do with them. I don't care. That's something else I'm going to do this weekend. I'm going to give away, or next weekend. There's a lady who always works the merch booth at this event that I'm going to, and she's there every year. So I'm going to make and take a bunch of cards to her because she's very sweet, and I see her every year. And I was like, I'm going to take that lady some cards. Okay, I think maybe this would work because it looks like each flavor, yay, this will work. Each flavor is going to fit inside of the lines. That will be perfect. All right. So we're going to need some tape to hold it down so it doesn't fly around. Okay. I know I have some open, but I can't find it. The story of my life in my craft room, but I can't find it. Aw, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, you're agreeing that Abraham is fussy about the watercolors and no watercolor paper. And like I said, I've got small packs of watercolor paper. I've got big pads of watercolor paper. And I ventured into my closet, which has all of the all of my paper stash in there, but oh no, it's not there. I'm going to go ahead and separate these so that I can do the colors where I want them. I was like, okay, now what did I do with my metal snips? They're probably wherever my other thing is that I can't find. Okay, well, I'll just be careful. Oh, here they are. I was like, I just had them. I was snipping stuff the other day. This is nice because these are big connectors. Yeah, the other card that I wanted to show you with that mandala die, mandala, I think that's how you say it. I'm probably saying it wrong. Probably bothering someone by saying it wrong. Yeah, that I do that, or I give them as gifts, and people really seem to like getting cards as gifts. People who aren't card makers. So yeah, that's what I said. That's what I'm doing this weekend. I'm piling up my things, and next weekend people are getting cards. Yeah, we're pretty excited because the place we're going, there is a bakery. I think it's called Five Daughters Bakery, and they have gluten-free, refined sugar-free. Yeah. You're funny, Sandy. And my daughter and I can actually eat snacks from this place, and we are so excited to go and have yummy snacks. And they have a really good Mexican restaurant in the same place. And it's one of our favorites. But it's about 6-hour drive, I think, from where we live. So it's not a place we frequent. Okay, there we go. Dies are ready. Going in machine. I have found with this little Stampin' Up! Die cut machine, I have to use a different sandwich than they recommend. Because half the time I can't get the sandwich that they recommend to go through the machine. Alright, let's see what we got here. There we go. Pop 'em out, pop it. Oh, I know. It is delicious. Hopefully you'll be able to get some good eats where you're going, Sandy. You're probably going somewhere where they have more gluten-free options than gluten-free, sugar-free, all the frees around here. I don't know if that place ships or not, but they they're so yummy. So we go there, and then we go to the place next door and get the tacos and have all the fun. I'm going to go through, I'm going to make some more of the other colors that are next to these. We went to, stopped at an Earth Day festival yesterday, and there was a lady, and her booth was called, it was called like Spun Sugar or something, but she had cotton candy, but instead of just having it, you know, on a stick and messy, she had it in these cute little round containers, and then it was colors just like I'm using on this, and then she had them layered, the cotton candy in the different flavors. It was so cute. I thought, now she did some good marketing, learned some good marketing skills for her little business. We didn't buy any because it was spun sugar and we don't eat sugar, but it was really cute. It was like, kudos for your cute booth. And I was shocked how many booths yesterday just had crocheted like animals, you know, like Cheryl's body thetans. I think there were 5 booths there, and that's all they had were those kind of things. I'm like, is that all the rage this year? I don't know. Yeah, gifting them is great. Okay, so we've got some ice cream scoops here. I want to make sure that we have at least one full one that doesn't have anything weird. See, like these all have a little bit of the other color. Because the the top scoop needs all of the colors to look good. So I'm going to do a couple more here where I make sure I get the top scoop, but looking really good. I'm going to use some of these lighter colors here at the bottom. Might just be a little too wide. I don't know how I got one that was perfect. I'll try again. Yeah. See how this one works. There we go. Get the other thing ready. Yeah, the crochet, they were everywhere. There were some really cute ones. And our grandson is about to be 3. And then they are getting a new baby in October. But he's not really a stuffed animal kind of kid. So, if he was, I totally would have bought him one. Like, someone had a bald eagle that was just adorable. And I totally would have bought that for him. But I don't think he would have enjoyed it. They had a big turkey. They had some really cute stuff, but I think unless you were a collector of that certain kind of animal or you had kids. But I always think it's kind of funny when there's like a craft fair like that, and it's, I don't know, I guess a lot of craft fairs I used to do that was juried, so you had to submit what you were going to sell so they could judge if they thought, you know, their customer base would like it. But it's like, you don't really need 5 of those booths at one fair. Because if it was something I would have bought, I probably would have bought it at the first one thinking, oh my goodness, this is so cute. And then walked around and been like, oh shoot, there's 5 more booths with the same thing. So now I'm just going to switch out and I'm going to do the bottom half of the cone. Because I don't need the whole thing. I just need some little brown ice cream cones here. Make some of these. Yeah. The juried ones, because otherwise you can get into some pretty crappy craft fairs. Yeah. Well, and you know, people who go to craft fairs, they know which ones to go to. They're like, yeah, that's a crummy one. We're not going there. I used to do a lot of craft fairs back in the day. I feel old. I've done a lot of things. I have had some interesting jobs. I was a booking agent for a Christian singer. So that was a fun job. He did teen events, but he also traveled with Sandy Patty back in the day and was a singer for a backup singer, and he sang I mean what the one solo was he always did with, or duet he always did with her. It's one she always did with Larnell Harris, but of course Larnell Harris wasn't always on tour with her, so my friend Brian would sing with her. So that was fun. It was an interesting job. I had a job one time where, well, for a long time, for years, where I would go to the movie. They would tell me which movie to go to. And I'd go to the movie theater and I would count how many people came to that movie. And I would have to go from Friday night till Sunday night. Every single time that movie played. Hey, Susan Good Grandma, nice to see ya. Susan's always busy crocheting something. What are you making right now, Susan? And Irish Mart's working on her jumper and was telling me the other day it was going pretty well. Yeah, so I would go, so they would tell me a movie and I'd have to go to the movie and I'd have to physically count how many people came to every viewing of that movie all weekend. So like the first one I ever did was Free Willy. And I don't know if you guys remember, but Free Willy was so popular. And it played for weeks. And at first it played on multiple screens. So I was at the theater from Friday when it started to Sunday night. And I had to be there for every viewing. And I'd have to run back and forth through all the different theaters where it was playing on different screens. That was a crazy job. But it paid really good. That was a long time ago. But I did that for years. I did Free Willy for weeks. Sister Act 2. One I can't remember, but it was like a old Western kind of movie. Had really good music. But yeah, it was super, super fun. Fun jobs I've had. Now, I almost feel like I should have put some lines on this. I think I'm going to. I want some lines on my ice cream cone. And even though it's not very big, I'm going to use my little scoreboard here. And just put it at an angle. Get some little embossed lines on here. Make it cuter. There we go. And then I want to turn it this way. I got to think about this. My little ADD brain. It's like, okay, you did it this way. Now you need to do them this way. Okay, I think that's right. Let's get some lines. Oh, and I got some cord. Some paracord. I'm going to try some macrame bracelets. You guys ever done? Oh, look how cute that is. That's so much cuter than the other one. Can you see the difference on camera? I'm trying to just wait and see if you can see it. Oh, yeah, you can see it. Okay, that's cool. Now I'm going to have to go back and do the other one, too. It's going to feel left out if it doesn't have cute lines. Oh, no, my glue is too good. I'm not going to do the other one. Okay. Yeah, but I saw these this cute way to make macrame bracelets or, you know, keychains or whatever that look like hibiscus flowers. And I was like, oh, that would be cute for all the Aloha ambassadors. And so I was like, I think I'm going to try to make those. So no promises, girls, that you're going to get them. I'm going to try. It's a thought I'm having in my head right now. I'm going to try to make these. This die is really cute. I'm loving it. And then this one has a little gap, but since it's got pink and I'm going to pink, I'm going to go ahead and use it anyway. That is so cute. I love that. I love it. I love the one that I did the lines on so much more than the other one. All future ice cream cones will have lines. Okay, and of course, it's ice cream, so you have to have some glitter because it needs to be pretty. And for all of you who hate glitter, look away. Look away because it's going to get messy. All right, little glue. Doesn't have to completely cover it, but I like a lot of glitter. And since this is small, I can just dip this. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. There we go. Got some pretty little ice cream cones. Nice. All right, so I have my pretty new ice cream cones with my new ice cream cone die. And then I have this new die, which I wanted to do with some of this. Because I think that would look really cool instead of just having it be gray or whatever. So I'm going to break these apart too. Snap, 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 snap. Oh yeah, because the weather is finally getting nice and you get outside. Yeah, I've played pickleball outside twice this week for more than 2 hours at a time. I paid for it when I came back in for my allergies, but it was worth it because it was so beautiful. Like, it's so pretty out. I want to be outside. I really wanted to be at my cabin this week, but it has just not happened, so I'm gonna have to be okay with that. All right, let's see how this one cuts. I haven't cut this one at all yet. This is a brand new cut, so let's see. Move some of these things out of the way. And the great reveal. Let's see how it did. Oh, it did not come through. All right, so if it doesn't come through, you got to put a shim. You got to put something on top of it to make it thicker so that it will cut it. This stuff is really thick. I'm going to put a piece of it on top of it. Hold it down. And sometimes these really intricate dies, you just got to use cheapy paper or something. So I'm hoping that is not the case because I bought this because I wanted to cut it out of the metallic paper. So we will see. I was trying so hard yesterday to cut. What was it? Oh, I have this really pretty fence, but oh my gosh, it's a bear to cut. I'm going to run it through 2 times, hopefully. Hopefully 2 times, and with a shim will get us what we're looking for. Ah, there we go. I think we got it. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. So now we need a pokey tool to get the actual die out of the thing. Also get these things at Dollar Tree. Pack of these 2 pokey tools. They're really sturdy. I like these. So dies will have these little tiny holes so that you can punch. You can poke through. Either to get your actual die out or to get the little pieces out. Okay, it's starting to come up. We'll try again. Okay, come on. There we go. This is such a cute one. I love it. Wow. Yep, that's exactly what I was hoping for with this die. I'll show it to you so you can see it. So pretty. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? That's right. Now you can see how pretty it is. Yay. Now I want to cut the bigger one too. Bigger one should be a little easier. Okay. And I get these specialty papers and then I never want to use them. It's like, just use them. It's not like there's a paper shortage in the world. You can get more. Remember a couple years ago there was a glitter shortage? I don't know if that's still going on or not. I have enough glitter to cover the world, so I wasn't worried, but I remember it was a big thing, and it was like a conspiracy theory of who buys all the glitter and where does it go. Sandy, if you're still here, do you know anything about the glitter conspiracy? Where did it all go? Who buys it? What do they use it for? Why is there no glitter left in the world? Yeah, if you haven't seen Sandy and Abraham's newest, their new series, you should go watch it. That guy's Maxwell. And then the first one was about Maxwell, and the second one was about his daughter. I want to say, was his name Robert Maxwell? But anyway, Sinners and Secrets. Go check them out. If you haven't seen it, you should listen to it. It's true crime podcast. Anywhere podcasts are available. Or YouTube. And then tonight, Sandy's going to be down at downtown in Clearwater. I heard they're going to be doing something a little different tonight. I'm going to stand in a different place, try to catch different people. So, if you haven't watched the Friday night fun that they all have in Clearwater, you should go watch it. Virgil and I were down there a couple weeks ago. It was super fun. Oh, there we go. All right, think we got through? I think it needs one more round. I don't think it got all the way through. I'm going to put my shim back in here. Let's see. I think that is true. Glitter doesn't disappear. It never disappears. And that, like, my grandma name is GG, but as in GG, 2-letter G's, because every time he would come over as a baby, he would leave with glitter on him somewhere, because I was usually holding him while I was doing things in the craft room. So I said I was the glitter grandma. So that is my husband's like, you can't be a Gigi, you're not a great grandma. I'm like, no, it means glitter grandma. And I am the glitter grandma. What's y'all's grandma names? Y'all have fun grandma names? I know Sandy's a grandma. Sandy, what's your grandma name? Susan Good Grandma. You must be a grandma. It's right there in your name. There we go. So pretty. It appears it didn't go all the way through, but if I could just take out this one piece, yeah, if I can just get this one piece out, I would be happy. Oh, yeah. That's good. And then I could actually put stuff in it. Grammy K. Dada? Is that how you say that? Crafty Visages and Mimi. I think it's cool. Everybody has fun names. My husband chose the German version of Grandpa, so he's Opa. I think he wanted me to be Oma, but I'm like, sorry. Can't do it. Can't do it. I'm Gigi. Well, and the grandson, my son, so that is the grandbaby's uncle. The baby started calling him Dodo. Like, the baby was probably like 6 months old, and he just looked at him. You're Junge? Is that how you say that, Sandy? Like, is the German Junge? Or maybe it has a different pronunciation. Lovey. Oh, that's sweet. Well, he started calling my son Dodo. And we just thought it was funny. And it's like, you couldn't shake him. I mean, he was Dodo. And he wouldn't call him Ben. He wouldn't call anything else, just Dodo. And so probably 2 months ago, I was in Hebrew class because I'm taking biblical Hebrew. And we had a substitute professor. And she was saying something Dodo. And I said, what does Dodo mean? And she said, it means my beloved. And then she said, and so then I did like, word search on it. And one of the secondary meanings of Dodo is uncle. I was like, oh, my grandbaby is a Hebrew speaking genius. Look at that. He already knew that was his beloved uncle. I'm just like, this would be so cute to put one of these animals popping out of this basket. Wouldn't that be cute? Because I'm like, the way it is, like, it could, like, actually be down in there. I like the little tiger just popping out of the basket. I'm going to see what it looks like. Because these are my Dollar Tree stickers, so I don't really... No. Darn. In my head, it looked really cute. But that's okay. It didn't have to... It didn't work out in real life. In real life, it was not cute. Yeah, I'm just looking one more time to see if I can find what I really wanted to show with that other stamp, but I don't think I'm going to find it. And I honestly don't know where things disappear to in my house. I'll find it later and I'll be like, well, sure enough. I mean, because I looked and it wasn't with the stamps and it's not with the, the other things. But anyway, Gran for mums and Nan for dad's mums. I am not sure what I said, Susan. It's hard to say. Oh, I was asking how you pronounce yours. If it was Dada or Dada. I was just wondering on pronunciation of some of these. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well. I was like, well, even I didn't hit the like. If you're here and you want to hit the like, that would be lovely. I don't know. Yeah, well, I guess I'm done because I cannot find the other thing I wanted to show you. So if I find it, maybe I'll come back tomorrow and show you because it is super cool. I can't even find the cards that I made with it. So I know it's like all sitting together somewhere. I even went back to the living room and looked and I did not leave it out there. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for keeping me company while I made all of my gifts for the event. Okay, good. Yunga stands for junior grandma because my mother-in-law didn't feel That's funny. You're like, well, all right. So now that you're getting a great grandbaby, are you going to keep your name? Or do you get a full title since you're getting... That's hilarious. Your mother-in-law didn't think you were ready for a full title. Well, okay then. Yeah. Well, y'all have a beautiful, wonderful day. Natalie is going live at 9 o'clock her time this morning, so we will see what's on the agenda for today. I was watching a video this morning. Some guy with a huge channel did a Scientology video last night, and I think it'll bring some new people over because apparently he just does videos where it's like one topic and it's kind of intense, but then he doesn't do anything else with it. So I'm trying to find his name, but it was a good, I want to say maybe Tim McGee or something. I'm like, it was in my history from this morning because I watched it earlier today. But anyway, so it'd be nice if some new people come over and hang out with us today. And I think that's it, ladies. Thank you for joining me. James Steele, when you watch later, thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm glad you guys caught me. I'm glad I'm back to being able to get up have this a little bit earlier. Yeah, Life After a Cult. That's right. We got to say the channel name. We can't just say Natalie. All right, y'all. Thank you. I'll see you later. Goodbye.